Greetings, Tetris citizens. It is your old pal Van Dweller back with more Classic Tetris Monthly Mega Masters April 2025. That is the month and the year in which we find ourselves. By the way, if you have yet to qualify for Classic Tetris Monthly May tournaments, including, Masters, Futures, Community, and DAS Masters, today's the last day. You better do it today. That's it. There's not even enough qualifiers to fill out the future circuit right now. So you might get in. Who knows? We'll see. Good over there. Go to go.ctm.gg and that's where you can qualify. But that is not my primary item of interest because it is Mega Masters and we are down to the top 8. The top 8. There they are. And we actually already have some progress in the top 8 because SIDNEV is in the top 4. And what we're about to do is to play the match that determines who plays SIDNEV. And then play the match with the person who's supposed to play SIDNEV. And then they play SIDNEV. So that is what we're doing. Match 59 and 62. At the conclusion of these two matches, we will have finalized our first finalist. Haha, that's pretty exciting, right? So that is what we're doing right now. Now, a little bit later, like 5 hours from now, we will start playing our other half of the bracket. It's only going to be one match. It's going to be Blue Scooty and Fractal. Unfortunately, scheduling is the big bugaboo for this tournament. And players have decided that they cannot play, in fact, after Blue Scooty and Fractal. So what was once a slate of 6 is now a slate of 3 matches. But that's cool. That's fine. We will have made a lot of progress. I'm pretty excited about that. NEK0 versus HUFF. Winner versus SIDNEV. And the winner of that goes to the finals. And then a little bit later on, Blue Scooty versus Fractal. Now, if there's enough time in between, I might do my CTM qualifier in between and just keep the stream going. I don't know. I'll think about it. Okay, so that is the top 8. And you can just, if you want to look at how this all, there's your top 32. If you want to see how it all came together. And yeah, wow. I mean, we were very much getting toward the end of it. Anyway, let's take a look at our rules so the players know what to do. And it's important that they know that this is a 64-player single elimination flat bracket with a third-place match tournament based on the 1989 version of Tetris released by Nintendo for the Nintendo Entertainment System on DSC consoles. Players can play on emulator or console as long as the game mechanics, appearance, and statistics are unmodified, and they can use any controller. As long as there's no big buttons or turbo functions used, whether electronical or mechanical, biological turbo only. Players should not receive any in-game real-time advice, and they should not pause unless the commentator tells them to. I am the commentator, and I will not tell them to. Level 18 starts all the way through. Level 39 super kill screen. Make sure that's turned on. Same piece sets will be used, re-rolled in between each game of each match. Points over the traditional max-out do count. Best of 5 throughout until we get to the very end. The finals and third-place match will be best of 7. And the winner and other people get absolutely something, and that is a share in a prize pool, which stands currently at a whopping $15,000 and $20. How do you say that? $15,000 and $20. That's how you say monetary amounts. That is what we are at. We are right now locked into paying our top 16. That's pretty good. These are the people that would get money if we paid the top 16. However, we are working on paying our top 32. If we beat 2023 Mega Masters prize pool, then we will pay the top 32. And this is what the top 32 looks like. So we would very much like to pay the top 32. You've all been very generous so far. It's pretty shocking how you guys come through. We have been and remain the largest 100% fan-funded prize pool in all of Classic Tetris here in Mega Masters. And thank you to everybody this year and throughout the years who has made that happen. We do have other incentives, but we're working on that pay the top 32. All we got to do is beat 2023. I believe we can do it. Anyway, yes, that is that. And how do you do it? That's a great question. Thank you for asking that. How you do it is you use the Matcherino command while you're watching live on Twitch and YouTube. That'll bring up the link. The first link, if there's two, will be the one that takes you to Mega Masters. Click on that. It'll open up a web browser to the landing page for this tournament with our prize pool partner, Matcherino. Up in the top right-hand corner, there's a button that says login. So you log in. You click it, and you can log in with your existing Twitch or YouTube or Battle.net account or Microsoft account or Google account. There's a lot of different accounts that you can log in with. If you're watching after the fact, just go to ctm.gg/Matcherino, and that should take you there. And yeah, you could, any amount is good. 1, 2, 5, 10, 100. How much do we need? Oh, 2,760 is a good amount. If anybody has an extra 2,760 kicking around, that would be a good amount. But, 5, 10, 20, whatever you got. If you haven't been contributing to the prize pool all year, or you just discovered Classic Tetris competitions or CTM, you want to make sure that this kind of thing continues and the players keep coming back, prize pool is the number one way to do that. The number one way to support the channel is to go to Matcherino. What is it? Patreon. There it is. It's been a few days, guys. Normally, I'm used to doing this like nearly every day. It's been several days. Patreon. That's where you go. Patreon.com/monthly Tetris will allow you to make an ongoing pledge of support to this channel to keep it going. It really does keep it going. Believe you me, if the Patreon didn't exist, CTM would not exist. I'm just telling you. But anyway, thanks so much to our sticker, double sticker, and community level members, as always. And of course, our very, very generous contributors in the Mega Masters, Masters, and Bracket sponsor levels: Scott Gray, Jay in the Window, K9, Tackner is Corporal 381, Shall Be, Troy Dan, Kim M, Rogue Potato, Cat Kit, McMonkey, Mila Tempest. So thank you to those of you who keep that going. One more thing before we begin. You go to the merch store, ctm.wtf, and you can get merchandise with CTM stuff on it. I got a couple more to add, so those should be pretty fun. Looking forward to those being added. I just gotta find the time. But yeah, go to ctm.wtf. That's our merch store, and you can even get a backward shirt. I saw someone, Takate, who's a speedrunner, is pretty well known. He won a giveaway, and he sent me a picture of him wearing the backward shirt, so that was pretty good. And oh, by the way, you can gift merchandise to the Twitch chat when we're live. It knows, and it puts a purple gift this to Twitch chat button on every item, and then you can gift it, and it triggers an automated giveaway. Once you've triggered it, you have nothing left to do. No other things that you need to do. Just initiate it, and it's done, and it's fun. Okay, I'm going to flop on over to our game scene here and just see what we got. We have got HUFF and NEK0 sitting there playing Tetris. That is what we want. Their stencils are lined up, which is good. Their camera's almost there. We're getting them fixed. Look at this. We got Cute Pup Jesus with the $20 contribution to the prize pool. Thank you so much, Cute Pup Jesus, or Jesus. Appreciate that. Well, look at that. We got two great cameras. These are fabulous players. They're doing a great job with their cameras. That's all your old pal Vandy wants, is just do the cameras well, you know? I can let the rest of it slide. Jasmine says, I have a preference toward one of these players winning. What the heck? Oh my God. How dare you? It's allowed. Let's see. Player. There we go. Okay. Well, we'll give the players another minute to warm up if they so choose, but I'm going to go ahead. You wish this was top 4 or finals. I don't know. I guess if you want. Are you, because you're sick of Mega Masters? Is that why? All right, we're going to pop the pieces in the chat. Players can continue to warm up, but the pieces are here. And this is a top 8 match, right? So we are in the top 8. The winner of this will go to the semifinals, which will be immediately played against SIDNEV. And the winner of that will be a finalist. Genuine question, what is the benefit of warming up while not being able to see the board? Because if you can play at all while not seeing the board, imagine how well you can play while seeing the board. Right? Okay, the pieces are 2F B7 3-3, 2F B7 3-3. Well. 2FB 733. Both players have signaled ready. Both players are on seed. So I suppose it is time to start playing this top 8 match between HUFF and NEK0. The winner goes to the semifinals in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Wow, what a high-powered matchup this is. On the left side, it is HUFF. He qualified in with a 1.5 million. That is the average of his top 3 games played in a 90-minute qualifying period. He's got an overall PB and an uncapped game of 4.89 million. That's good for 15th on the overall PB list. He's ranked number 17 in the most recent Premier poll, the ranking of Tetris players. HUFF is a 2-time CTM Masters event winner. That was in September of 2022. And then I believe No Cap November 2023. Was that No Cap? That was No Cap. Which is an event that HUFF likes, right? A vociferous opponent of all things line cap. 114 here for HUFF, 94,000 for NEK0. Of course, you know, as HUFF, the runner-up in CTWC 2021, also made the top 4 in 2020, and top 8 in 2022, 2023, top 16 in 2024. So always high finishes from HUFF in CTWC. Also won a couple of those WPL tournaments in Columbus, was second in Boston last year, as well as that WPL. So he's made the finals in that WPL Columbus 3 years in a row, and 4th in the most recent Detroit regional. That is HUFF. On the right side, it is NEK0. 208 for him, 229 for HUFF. So we get underway in game 1. NEK0, 1.4 million qualifier out of Russia with a 6.24 million PB. That's good for 13th overall. He was ranked number 6th in the most recent Premier poll. NEK0 has made the top 16 every single month since he debuted in Masters in October 2024. He won the CT Russia event. I believe that's an online event in 2024. And he was second in that same event the year before. Both of those finals were against another perennial CTM Masters event player, Panic Portal. 280,000 for NEK0, 346,000 for HUFF. This is a best of 5. Players have zeros next to their name right now. The first one with a 3 next to their name will be the winner, and we'll be moving on to those semifinals against SIDNEV. Both of these players got 2 round byes, so they got to start in the top 32. NEK0 defeated Pixel, Andy, and Meme to get here to the top 8. So that is a pretty substantial couple of players there to have to win against to get here. HUFF defeated O, you know, Chef O, and Cobra to get here to the top 8. Tetris or Huff 463, 401 for NEK0. Tetris NEK0 447. Another one there for Huff 509. So pretty healthy scores for both of our players, actually. If you're around 500,000 before 100 lines, it's pretty healthy. Okay, there's a skimming a Tetris for NEK0 493. Danny, you are living in the 80s and 90s. It's fun to see. So he's always got his 80s and 90s references ready to go. Tetranexus says Skibbity Tetris. I have no idea why people say that. What do they mean? Why are they say that in the chat? 624 for Hufflepuff, 562 NEK0. So same line count right now. Huff up by about a Tetris and a 2/3. Okay, Huff with a little bit of a misdrop. This is really his first slowdown of the entire game 1. So he's getting to work on clearing this away, or maybe he's going to try to set up for something cheeky here. No, he's just going to bring this down. And he is into 19 at 634. So that little bit of slowdown is going to cost Huff the lead into transition. NEK0 transitions in at 657. So very, very good transition paces for both of these players. Double 600Ks. Okay, NEK0 there sets up a little J dependency and then no other place to put a square, so he has to cover the well. And that is going to slow him back down. So it's really just a matter of, you know, these players trading the lead back and forth, going efficient for a while, one of them getting into a little bit of a slowdown, and then the other one taking the lead. I mean, it's just back and forth. Tetris here for Huff, 765, 763, NEK0. Chen is here, welcome. Oh, NEK0 setting up the Vits, delayed, fills it in. Needs one more Tetris. He's going to have to take the triple. So any efficiency gained from that Vits probably wiped out by that triple, but at least he had a good place for a bar. And he's getting pieces left and right and getting droughted right now. He's got it covered well. Both of them do. All right, the bar's starting to come in again. And Huff a couple pieces away from bringing this down. NEK0's board was starting to get a little bit concerning, but he's cleared away the right side. He's open. A long bar goes down. Tetris for NEK0, and they are 700 points apart, 4 lines apart. Okay, same score right now, and they're 31,000 points apart or so. So pretty darn close. Huff into level 25. Tetris down for NEK0, 911. And one down for Huff, 886. So really just flip-flopping that score lead back and forth. It was weird. When NEK0 transitioned into 26, he had only the gray pieces left on the board. And so when everything changed, I was like, wait a minute, did that glitch out? Like, I was worried. But no, it's fine. I just had this weird little instant shock. Max out for NEK0 on 26. He's now into 27. 989 for HUFF on 27. Tetris HUFF A60. NEK0 A93. The A means 1 million points. 1.1 for NEK0. I think he had the perfect clear there. Am I wrong? That was weird. All right, Tetris down the middle for HUFF. The first one into 29 at B35. NEK0 is in at B66. Let's see how these players handle it. HUFF is clean. Hey, HUFF board gets a long bar over B80. Gets a triple down to B89. NEK0 uncovers the right side, gets a long bar down. Tetris C18. Still flip-flopping that lead back and forth. NEK0 with the Tetris C28. HUFF uncovers. He blocks that well. He's getting pieces over left and right. NEK0 Tetris C71. All right, HUFF takes a triple down that right side to knock this down. NEK0's board climbing a bit. Okay, HUFF set up for one. NEK0 still down stacking. Tetris HUFF C74. NEK0 uncovers the right side. He's built out. Tetris for NEK0 D35. Oh, HUFF's board. He sort of high centers there. Can't get anything left or right. No good place for that S piece that he can access. That's a top out for HUFF in game one, and NEK0 is good and takes a 1-0 lead. Where's my scores? There they are. Ba-boop, ba-boop. All right, NEK0 gonna maxi mullen it out here. He's got the 1.4. E means 1.4 million. F means 1.5 million. The next increment will be a rollover. The score is 0. Will be 1.6 if he gets there. There's a Tetris NEK0 F91. The board breaking down a bit. Can he eke out? Oh, no, I think that triple might have given it to him there. So probably could have gotten that rollover if he put that L in there, but that's okay. Doesn't matter. What counts is the victory in game one. I know, Tetris is really easy when you're watching other players play it, right? Oh, do this, do that. I know what to do. What the heck? What's wrong with this guy? No problem. (02250A). Players are ready to get right into it, not waiting around. 02250A. Both players ready. Game number 2 in 3, 2, 1 Tetris. Rogue Potato says, I can watch them play 29 all day and not top out. Yeah, it's very easy, and you can watch others do it. All right, so far the same stack. No, the stacks start to differ with that long bar. Okay, 190 here for Huff, 189 for NEK0. And Huff in a little bit of a situation here, but he's getting it cleared away. Oh, it's starting to rain out. So the winner of this will play SIDNEV. Oh, NEK0 up, getting very near the top of the board. Has to create a gap on that left side. We'll see what he can do to dig this out, and the answer is nothing. And Huff is okay. Huff is going to overtake him just with that double. So Huff has tied it up, and the bar just didn't come. And, you know, NEK0 created that little gap over on that left side that blocked the right well, and then he couldn't just find anything to clear all that away. And really, both players were in a bit of trouble there, although it looks like Huff maybe was going to survive. What is it? Is this drought? I mean, is this drought? Is this drought? Yeah, Huff just trying to get an intentional top out. Don't want to tank your FMS. But you are good, Huffaluffagus. You are good. All right, he's going all the way to 39, guys. He's going all the way to 39. Oh, he's probably not listening to comps. True. Huff appreciates my my flashing. Well, anytime there, Huff. Okay, new pieces. 062750. Thanks, Zempro, for the pin. 062750. Looks like both players are on seed. Both players are ready. What was once a best of 5 is now a best of 3. And 3, 2, 1 Tetris. So anyway, yeah, the winner of this will play against SIDNEV. Now that match may not happen like immediately after. It might be more like a little bit of a delay. Scheduling is always weird. We were supposed to get the whole thing done, really, just to, you know, just determine our last 2 players today. But yeah, it's a tough time to do Mega Masters April. And maybe that will figure into how we do it next year. But April is like the end of the school year. There's like exams, there's assignments, there's all this other stuff. So we weren't able to actually end up doing all the top 8 and semis today like we had planned. But, you know, it's fine. I can stream 24/7, so, you know, I can do it whenever they're ready. By the way, we had another contribution to the prize pool, maybe 2. Let me make sure I get those. We had Cute Pup Jesus with the 20. I think I got that one. And Serial Number with a $5 contribution says Go Huff. Brings up to $15,045. Thank you, everybody. And if you are watching this live and you're someone who likes to play in Classic Tetris Monthly, we have tournaments going all the way down. It's like turtles all the way down and tournaments all the way down. But if you have not qualified yet, this is the last day. There's a VITS filled in for NEK0. There's no April 31st. So today is the last day to get your qualifier in. 253 for Huff, 250 for NEK0. All right, both players, I mean, we got a little droughty going on here. And there's the long bar for both. 302, Huffaluffagus, 321, NEK0. And Huff can't use a couple of bars here for Tetrises, whereas NEK0 can. So NEK0 out into a lead. Alicia says, while y'all are here, follow Huff. He's 2 followers away from 1,000 followers. Look at that. Another perfect clear for NEK0. A double. $440 for Huff, $438 for NEK0. Huff coming out of the violet bracket. NEK0 coming out of the mint bracket. So around 500K and around 100 lines. Players with good paces. In game one, they both had 600K transitions, 600K plus. And they're sort of pacing to do that again. NEK0 with another Vits filled in. Tetris NEK0, 577. There's one Huff, 579. Neck and neck. Or neck and NEK0. I don't know. That was pretty stupid. that sounds like something they'd say in Pasadena. I don't know if that's worthy of your old pal, Van Dweller. All right, 623 for NEK0, 605. That was too cheap. Sempro says, not nearly the stupidest thing you have or will say today. Well, you've got a point there, my friend. My best Tetris friend, Zempro. 650 for NEK0, 629 for Huffaluffagus. But Huff complicating a little bit. Okay, he's going to uncover. I would love a bar here just to take into 19. Long bar gets in for Huff, 656 transition for him. NEK0 already up to 703 as he enters level 20. Evesy with the Twitch sub. Thank you, Evesy. Appreciate that. Evesy said, think this makes it my longest ever sub. Thanks for the many great streams. Our old pal Van Dweller. Well, thank you, Evesy. And that was a Prime sub. So those of you out there with Amazon Prime, you get a Twitch Prime gaming subscription, I think, still. Hopefully still. And consider using it with us. It's use it or lose it, so don't lose it. 837 NEK0, 846 Huff. Another banger of a match, at least early on in the level 19 phase. That phase will last till level 29 at 230 lines. The speed will increase again. It will double. And somehow players still able to survive and thrive on level 29. Still crazy. Still not 100% used to it. 907 NEK0, 967 Huffaluffagus. Tetris NEK0, 937. Tetris HUFF, he's got the max out. All right, NEK0 uncovers a well in column 2. Gets a bar in, and I guess he's going to reestablish there with the square. It was easy, so why not? But prefer not to be stuck in column 2. It's just or column 3, sorry. Column 3 is a good well to be stuck in. Sorry, column 3. A47 for NEK0, A80 for HUFF. Yeah, column 3 is fine. Don't get stuck in column 2, though. 1.1 HUFF, he gets a Tetris B51. He's into level 28. So is NEK0. 70, more about 90,000 point lead for HUFF right now. NEK0 gets a Tetris. Lines are tied. About 61,000 point lead. And we're into 29. The speed is doubled. NEK0 having trouble right upon 29 entry. And the board is really a lot higher than he would want it, but he's bringing it down. He opens up that middle, and he's back down to safety. He's at B56. So crisis averted for NEK0. C47 for HUFF. Blue Scooty's grandpa with the tier 1 resub. 15 months. Thank you, Blue Scooty's grandpa. All right, NEK0 got a CO2. He's up to 1.2 million. HUFF C65. There's a Tetris. NEK0. HUFF trying to get this board back down. Trying to get another Tetris. It is very close now. NEK0 with a very small lead, a couple thousand points. HUFF is set back up again, though. Wants a quick bar. And now he's got cleanup to do. It turns that quickly. He's uncovered. Long bar over Tetris HUFF. D37. D37 for NEK0. HUFF takes a triple. NEK0 down stacking. Now he's up stacking. Getting Tetris ready. Long bar over Tetris for NEK0, but he hangs that Z piece over on the left, and that's going to create gaps here. Tetris HUFF. E84. E05 NEK0. He set up. He gets one. Dirty. Column 3. Another Tetris NEK0, E94, F09 for HUFF. We're less than a Tetris apart, just a few lines apart. Both players clean, but NEK0's board climbing without a bar. He takes a triple to bring it down. HUFF set up again, long bar over, Tetris HUFF, F73, F38 NEK0. NEK0 needs to set up here, but he's just got a whole snarl over that right side. He needs to set up for a Tetris for HUFF. He's got the rollover, O29. F98 for NEK0. He can't get anything. No, that was not enough. So that snarl on the right side was just enough to keep him burning, so he could not get the one more Tetris that would have clinched in the game. HUFF able to get that last Tetris, which did clutch him the game. And so HUFF goes up 2-1. Holy moly, what a game. What a game. Yeah, HUFF got that Tetris right at the very end, and that was the difference. Tetrises on 39 are worth 48,000. And so that last Tetris for HUFF was the difference. That slowdown for NEK0 was the difference. Ay. Okay. Players, when you're ready, the seeds are here. Feel free to take a moment. CD7522. CD7522. Take the time that you need. Liliana says, no rollover, no win. Welcome to Tetris in 2025. I mean, yeah, rollover is the new max out, right? I mean, it kind of is the max out of the, of the A, B, C, D, E, F era. What does the star next to Huff's PB mean? The star means that he has won 2 CTM Masters events. So if Huff were like, let's see, if Huff were Knight or Guafi, I'm trying to find a player that has one. All right, none of these players have one. That it would be different. I have 298. That's true. Okay, looks like both players have signaled ready. Let's make sure they're on seed. CD 7522. Yes. All right, it is game number 4. Huff up 2 games to 1. NEK0 needs to win to force a decider. 3-2-1 Tetris. All the stars are here. Indeed, Evesy. Speaking of which, welcome to Ogus Han, Josh, Lori, Comte Niark, Hoback YouTube, Blademan 17, Andrew, oh, that's Andrew Meep, TPZ, John Kennedy, oh my goodness, Jan Zwendelar, Sven, Josh Camo, Ninja XD, Luis. Welcome over on YouTube, Neto JMS. Thanks for hanging out over on YouTube. All the stars are here. Tetris NEK0, 94,000. There's one Huff, 96,000. Early in game number 4. All right, who's hanging out on Twitch right now? Chen, Blue Scooty's grandpa, Alicia, 2-0-Osh, Cox Danny J, Mino Floof, Adam Verbus, Evesy, RXS, Right Chessmaster. Oh my goodness. Look alive, everyone. Ryan Ambergy's here. Liliana, Magic Chase, Meme of all time, Vlad Maximum, Abby Normal, PS Danu, 164 for NEK0, 171 for Huffaluffagus. Serial number Tetris Nexus, Mr. BS Dragon, Katie Bug, Barrett, Hana, Unskilled, Trabus, Akatu. Lakuki is here. All the stars are here. Welcome, Lakuki. Ao Pidgeotto is here too. All the stars are here. Tetris for NEK0, 220, 265 for Huffaluffagus. Thanks for the tier 1 sub, Abby Normal, 53 months. Appreciate that. If you're not subbed to the channel, think about it. It supports the channel. It's nice thing to do. You get bear emotes. They're very good, expressive emotes. You can use all around Twitch. And people will know what they mean because they're very clear and fun. 337 for Huffaluffagus, 313 for NEK0. What's the sub month's record? Oh, that's a good question. I don't know. I guess you're going to follow age and find out. But Abby Normal, 53 months, it's pretty close to it. Maybe Kingsman. He's probably been subbed since the beginning, probably. $359 NEK0. $363 Huffaluffagus. Thanks, Abby Normal. Appreciate it. Real Bland is here. All the stars are here. Man, that just lives in my head. 429 NEK0, 431 HUFF. I mean, the Chris Hansen bear alone is worth it. Oh, Mino Floof, you're very sweet. Oh, Van Dweller is here. Oh, my God. Get that guy out of here. He's ruining Tetris. 500,000 for Huff at 102, 476 for NEK0. All right, Tetris, NEK0. So 2 lines apart, 1 Tetris or so apart. Tetris is on 18, worth 22,800. Tetris Huff 570, and both players gunning for another 600K transition. NEK0 would need to get 3 Tetrises to make it happen. There's one Huff 596. So not going to be quite enough for NEK0 to get that 600K, but 598 is pretty darn good. There's a skim into 19 for Huff at 620. Tetris is now worth 24,000. They will go up 1,200 points every color change. Tetris for Huff 673, 629 for NEK0. Tetris NEK0 664, 704 Huffaluffagus. There's a Tetris 1 row off the bottom. Huff, level 21 now. Huff up by about 65, 66,000. He gets a Tetris though, 758. Oh, that T placement in the middle. That's going to cause a big hole in the middle of the stack that he's got to uncover. Needs something for that left side. And okay, finally gets a properly oriented piece over that left. Still that big chasm in the middle, that is persisting, and NEK0 now in a position potentially to take the lead while Huff is still digging this out. This is starting to fester on Huff's board, and NEK0 getting droughted. Well, they're both getting the same drought, really. Couple of long bars, though, in a row. That's going to help Huff dig out. He's still got a lead. About 15,000. NEK0, though, gets a Tetris and overtakes him. Huff's still not Tetris ready. Okay, NEK0 has to chuck an S piece into the middle of the board, so that's going to slow him down a bit. Dirty Tetris for Huff, 827. See if he's going to set up again. Yes, and he gets an immediate long bar and a fairly efficient transfer of that well over to the right side. After he gets that other one. 860 for Huff, 884 for NEK0. So NEK0 now in the lead. Tetris NEK0, 922, 867 Huffaluffagus. Tetris NEK0, 996. He's ahead by 6 lines. Tetris Huff, 943. There's another one, Huff, 978. NEK0 with the max out. He Tetris is into 29 at A36. Huff is in at A15. That is 1 million points. Okay, NEK0, the middle is, oh, this is going to be a problem for NEK0. How is he going to get anything in there? No, that is a top out for NEK0, but HUFF is topping out at the same time. And that means we are going to a decider. NEK0 is just barely ahead enough. They both topped out at the same time. And NEK0 with about less than a Tetris lead. That means we're going to a decider. So kind of a missed opportunity for both, really for HUFF, with an early top out from your opponent, 1 point away from winning the match. That is rough. That is so rough. I mean, no, NEK0's still online. He's just getting up because, I don't know, he's getting up. Sometimes people get up. It's fine. All right, new pieces, players. Oh, decider. There it is. Decider time, y'all. All right, it's Duff. Oh, we're not going to do it. There's some for you. There's some for you. All right. Deco. Deco. All right, the pieces are AE9418. AE9418. So we'll give players a moment. They are allowed to take a moment. I'm also going to just take this chance to refresh them just to make sure that they're simultaneous. Why not? We're might have given the pieces a little too early. If it's going to be another minute or so, we might re-roll, but all right, we are all right. A little bit of warm up here. The pieces go stale. Yeah, after a couple of minutes of them being out there, we're going to re-roll. We are going to re-roll the pieces, guys, so as soon as both players are kind of doing what they got to do, we're going to re-roll. It's going to be AC4257. How do I get HUFF's attention? How do I get his attention? I blink my 2 there. Seed checker. All right, he's got it. Got it. Okay, AC4257. Both players are on seed. Both players are ready. It is a decider. It's a best of 5, so that means the winner of this one game will determine who goes to the semifinals. My word. Let's go. Huff and NEK0, 3-2-1 Tetris. I think the first 6 pieces spelled oil, oil. All right. I don't know why that's interesting, but that's funny. We are underway. It is game 5 in a best of 5. Game 4 was, really foreshortened there. I mean, 2 kind of relatively early top outs, with NEK0 being just barely ahead. Yeah, this is really a huge game. The winner of this one single game will face SIDNEV in the semifinals. Just casually just facing SIDNEV. I mean, really every player remaining is a top level scary player, but it's like it never gets easier. It's like, oh, you win a match, phew, I got through it. Oh, now I got to face Dog. Now I got to face SIDNEV. Now I got to it's just unrelenting. $117 NEK0, $137 Huff. NEK0 gets a Tetris. All right, Tetris NEK0 166. And another one 190. There's one Huff 186. They're tied in lines at 19,000 points apart. Tacky has gifted a sub to Ava's Live, or at least this is the it's a gift subscription from Tacky from Ava's Live. So thank you, Tacky. And Ava's Live, I guess, just being for the recipients of the gift sub. All right, couple of bars for both and a couple of Tetrises for both. 260 for Hufflepuffus, 239 for NEK0. Tetris Huff 305. There's one NEK0 285. Oh, a little bit of an overshift for NEK0 will cause a gap in row 3, column 2. That's going to slow him down a little. That's flat on that right side, and then kind of that, that very interesting, like S on S action on that right side. I'm going to have to remember that one. Tetris NEK0 312, 355 for Hufflepuffus. What time does Scooty play today? At 5 against Fractal. Huff's board, big square tower like on the left side. It's going to bring this down. 405. Good adjust for Huff with that Z and that S in the middle of the board. Thanks to Nestris.org, I'm starting to see those and actually do those in a game, which is crazy. Or at least be able to react to them in time to do them. Sometimes I'll see them, but it's like, oh, I could have done that, but it's too late. 497 Hufflepuffus, 451 for NEK0. It's pretty, if you're not playing Nestris.org or doing puzzles and playing on there, you're missing out. I feel like I'm getting more consistent. Now, maybe I'm getting more consistently bad, but I just, I don't know. I can feel myself improving. And my prediction is there will be people that go from just kind of, you're used to, there being just kind of work a day, whatever, Tetris players, like decent, okay, whatever. And they will ascend as a result. Like that Nestris.org will be what some small handful of players will need to get over the hump. That is my prediction. 590 for Huff, 545 for NEK0. Will it be thanks to Nestris.org that you eventually max out? I mean, it'll help. I mean, I'll be the one that will have maxed out. It'll, be thanks to me. But, that's a great tool to help a person do that. Tetris Huff 639, 615 for NEK0. So more 600K transition for for these players. We're on level 20 now. 653 for NEK0, 674 for Huffaluffagus. Yeah, the Scooty Fractal match is at 5 p.m. Central. Which should be, 2022 UTC? Okay, 736 NEK0, 761 Huff. Long bar over Tetris for both. Tetris Huff 847, 802 for NEK0. Longbar gets in for a triple, and he's got holes in multiple rows and columns. And he's setting up for a dirty. He's waiting out this bar. Bar comes in, he gets it. 861, 909 for Huff. NEK0 is set up. Column 9, one row off, gets it. 903, 921 for Huffaluffagus. There's a Tetris Huff 955. Huff's got the max out and more. He's at A39 now. A73 is on level 28. 957 NEK0. Tetris NEK0 991. A skimming of Tetris there for Huff. B09. Max out for NEK0 into 28. All right, Huff going to take a burn into 29. Oh, that left side for Huff is a problem. He gets a bar over. So not out of the woods yet. This is going to be really tough for Huff. B23, top out. The target for NEK0 is B24. He's got a low, clean, flat board. B24 is the target. The board started to climb a little bit, I think, as he started to realize. But now he's just a couple lines away. There's one. There is a double, and that's going to do it. NEK0 is going to the semifinals. And so Huff, with just an awkward transition into 29, it started to fester. And that is going to allow NEK0 to get to the semifinals. So it will be NEK0 versus SIDNEV. And correct me if I'm wrong. If I'm not mistaken, by the way, GG's HUFF to you. I mean, amazing game, amazing run in this tournament. I mean, always a real pleasure. GG's to you. NEK0, you will be moving on. I don't know if SIDNEV is live. We'll find it. But here's the thing, guys. For the first time ever, we will have a non-US American in the finals of Mega Masters. It will either be NEK0 or SIDNEV. As you can see right there in that column, it says Mega Masters winners. Fractal, Dog, Alex T, Tommy, Fractal, Gerald. So the first time we will have one, at least, non-US American. Let me go ahead and report the results of this match. And then we'll see what if SIDNEV is around or what we got to do. That was a thrilling game. You know, a couple of very deep runs, 600K transitions, a couple of relatively early tops. I mean, you don't think like level 29 is an early top out, but kind of nowadays we do. Okay, let's look at our updated situation. Gotta refresh the browser source. Probably refresh it before I bring it over, but whatever. It's fine. You're live on SIDNEV. Oh, SIDNEV is here. SIDNEV is live, and SIDNEV is about to play. So this is what we got. We've got either NEK0 or SIDNEV into the finals. And for those of you, you know, tired of the U.S. Dominance here in the Mega Masters finals, we will have, you know, there's still another non-U.S. American in alive in the top half of the bracket, so it could happen, guys. But right now we're gonna go and I'm gonna set up NEK0 versus SIDNEV. We'll take a little tiny bit of a break. I'm just gonna run ad, get the match set up, and then we will begin. Okay, just give me another moment, folks, and we will be back and begin this match. Okay, folks, we are just about ready to get underway. I'm going to go ahead and put a seed in the chat for when you are ready. Almost first 40 with 39 cap. Oh, nice. Seed is here. Okay, the pieces are 3-6, F5, 9-8. Does SIDNEV's game look fuzzy on the CRT or just the capture? On the CRT, Barrett, it's like it's from the NES, not from the capture. So that's a degree of difficulty, isn't it? Okay, 336 F598. Well, we have reached the semifinals. What do we like better, Leah? You want it to say top 4 or semifinals? What do you think is better? Semis? I don't know. Top 4 sounds more dramatic to me, but we'll put semis. All right, that's what you like. Put both? All right, we're putting both. There it is. Oh, looks great. All right, well, it looks like both players are ready. Both players are on seed. SIDNEV and NEK0. Whatever happens, we are guaranteed to have the first non-American in the finals because this match does feed into the finals. It's going to be SIDNEV and NEK0 semifinals, Classic Tetris Monthly Mega Masters. Let's get them started in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. On the left side, you see SIDNEV, who qualified into this tournament with a 1.44 million. That was the average of her best 3 games played in a 90-minute qualifying period. She qualified into seed number 11. She defeated Allenbot, Deck, and Dangler to get to this position in the semifinals. It's got an overall uncapped PB of 7.22 million, a former CTM Masters event winner. That was back in August of last year. Has been in the finals of the Masters event a bunch of times, in the semifinals a bunch of times. Was the runner-up in CTWC's championship in 2023. And back-to-back winner of CTEC, that's Classic Tetris European Championship. That was in 20 21, 2022. Won the Austria Regional last year. Was in the top 8 of CTWC also in 2022. As a level 39 line cap. So if you want to know who's got the world record for the score on the level 39 line cap, the rules under which we're playing today, yeah, it's SIDNEV, 2.13 million. 131 here for SIDNEV, 167 for NEK0 as we get underway in game number 1. And on the right side, it is NEK0 who qualified in with a 1.40 million into seed number 15 as an overall PB of 6.24 million in an uncapped game. NEK0 defeated Pixel Andy, Meme, and Huffaluffagus to make it here to the semifinals. Both players one match away from the finals. 201 for SIDNEV, 261 for NEK0. NEK0 made his Masters debut in August 2024, which incidentally was the same month that SIDNEV won her first CTM Masters event. NEK0 has made the top 16 at least of every Masters event he's qualified for ever since. And in fact, this semifinals appearance for NEK0 right here is his best run in a CTM Masters or a Mega Masters event. He won 2 online events. He's won one Classic Tetris Russia 2024. That was an online event, I believe, and was second in that same event the previous year. Both of those against Panic Portal. He was a CTM regular. 375 for NEK0, 361 for SIDNEV. In the most recent Premier poll, SIDNEV ranked number 10, has been ranked in the past, higher than that. But SIDNEV is on a little bit of a hiatus or a break and kind of fell a few spots from where she's normally ranked, which is easily within the top 10. And NEK0, number 6th in that same poll. So 2 top 10 Tetris players. NEK0 also has a lot of accomplishments in the modern Tetris community, a community about which I know absolutely nothing. So I think it's maybe Tetrio. I know absolutely nothing about it and cannot speak meaningfully about his accomplishments there. What is important, what's not. But just know that he's like a very high level player in various modern Tetris. And you can look it up. I don't know how it all works. 503 for SIDNEV, 500 for NEK0. Game 1. This is a best of 5. The first player to 3 games in this set will be the winner and move on to the finals. We do not know yet who our other finalist is. We don't even know who the other players in the top 4 are yet. One of them will be determined tonight. In just a few hours, Scooty and Fractal will play for a top 4 spot. 549 for NEK0, 552 for SIDNEV. And then the Dog and SV match will be played at some point. I have no idea when that will be played. Why is it called neck and neck? Because I think it's from like horse racing. So when horses race and they're tied with each other, their necks are lined up. That's probably what it is. NEK0 sets up the Vitz and gets it. He's on 19 at 603. SIDNEV 651 now on 20. So I think those are 2 600K transitions from these players. Now, there's another one that's kind of same as neck and neck, like eyelash to eyelash. And that one, that seems just very uncomfortable. I don't like that. But that is the thing. 704 SIDNEV, 684 for NEK0. I guess it's just an expression of how close two people are, right? When their eyelashes are touching, that is very close. Uncomfortably close, may I say, but it is close. 739 for NEK0, 784 for SIDNEV. Yeah, Cox Danny J is right. Eye stuff makes me uncomfortable. Anything with the eyes, just leave the eyes alone. 813 for SIDNEV, 767 for NEK0. Level 19 speed. This phase lasts 100 lines. The speed is going to double at 230 lines. That's level 29. Yes, Skip Logic. Butterfly kisses. Oh, eyepiece to eyepiece? That sounds even more uncomfortable there, Tecate. Welcome. 857 for NEK0. 881 for SIDNEV. Okay, Tetris SIDNEV 914. Tetris NEK0 889. They're 25,000 points apart, 4 lines apart. NEK0 gets a couple of Tetris here to 951. SIDNEV set up column 4, long bar in Tetris. SIDNEV with some burning in the middle of the board there. NEK0 now able to establish a little bit of a lead. He's ahead in score, behind in lines. All right, SIDNEV is free, gets a long bar down Tetris. NEK0 has the max out. Here's another Tetris NEK0 and another one. A71 as he enters level 28 for NEK0. A33 into 28 for SIDNEV. 10 lines to go until the speed doubles. Pizza Piku, what would you guess? Which one of those two things do you think is true? I mean, it could be both, but what do you think it is? B04 for SIDNEV, B48 for NEK0. Okay, NEK0 into 29 at B63, B14 for SIDNEV. SIDNEV with a little bit of an overhang there is going to have to dig it out. NEK0's board was a little bit high. He's trying to dig this out as well. There's a triple for NEK0, B85. SIDNEV almost dug out here, trying to get it well established and dig out a couple rows above. Set up Tetris, SIDNEV, B77. NEK0 brings the board down enough to get a long bar over to the left side. Can't use the bar on the for a Tetris. We're trying to bring this down. It's open again, but immediately gums up the right side. He's bringing it down again, and that's what this level 29 phase is all about, is, you know, getting set up, trying to get set up, but not overcommitting to the setup. Tetris, SIDNEV, C37. NEK0 still in the lead at C62. He gets a Tetris D04. Tetris, SIDNEV, C80. D22, SIDNEV, D50, NEK0. So about 34,000, 35,000 points apart. Tetrises on 35 are worth 43,000. NEK0 into 36. Needs to get something to the left and does. Opens up the right. He's Tetris ready. Long bar over Tetris NEK0. SIDNEV kind of fighting the board down a bit. NEK0's board starting to climb. He brings it back down, but he's not set up at all. SIDNEV's board starting to climb still, or continuing to climb. And no, that cover over the middle, that's going to be a top out for both of them. And NEK0 is ahead when they both top out. E79 for NEK0, D55 for SIDNEV in a clencher the entire way. So GG's NEK0 and SIDNEV. But NEK0 gets game one. Ay, ay, ay. Second time simul top out happened today. Yeah, and that he was like, what, barely ahead? Galileo Sunshine says, dang, NEK0 is really good. Yeah, everybody's really good now. We're in the semifinals. Everybody's good. Everybody is good. Okay. I'm going to pop the seed in. The seed is here, 49A3DB. 49A3DB. I don't know if Ayana's watching, but I'm all out of water. I don't like drinking tap water or even like Brita water from a filter. So I'm all out of bottled water. Oh my word. I'm going to have to run out this store in between. Oh no. Okay, 49A3DB. Yes, players are on seed. Players are ready for game number 2. In 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Swampson says, WTF, not even Brita water? Yeah, I don't know. It still retains the taste of the city tap water, which I don't like. It doesn't taste right. I mean, Sue drinks it. She's fine. You know, bottled water is just filtered municipal water. I mean, some of it, yeah, the distilled water, but there's also spring water. So it depends on which one you get. Not distilled, but just like if it says drinking water, it's filtered water. And if it says like spring water, then it's from a spring. And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Yeah, I don't like the purified water. It doesn't taste right. Like, I don't care about the, oh, there's stuff in the water. I know there's not. It's fine. People are drinking it and they're fine. We cooking it. It's fine. It doesn't taste right. I don't like it. 114 for SIDNEV, 114 for NEK0. That's right. We are in the top semis, and it's talking about water. That's exactly right. Guys, why is he talking about water in the semifinals? Because it's level 18. And what else are you going to talk about? You got to talk about something. 183 for SIDNEV, 182 for NEK0. Try the Zero Water brand pitcher. They do work and the water tastes good. All right, I'll look into it. Thank you, A.O. Pidgeotto. I do like me my Mountain Valley spring water, though. I mean, that is the best one. Now, if you gave me like a bunch of different bottled waters, would I probably screw up the taste test? Sure, of course. But I like it more. I don't know why. $254 for NEK0, $277 for SIDNEV. Primer, you should make that a filter in Nestris. Okay, NEK0 with that overshift of the S piece, that is going to instantly complicate his board, which is pretty high. And so now he's got to bring this down. Now, of course, both players, as you would expect in the top 4, are rolling. And so these messes are handleable. Long bar in NEK0. 293, 371 for SIDNEV. Zeno, I haven't seen you in chat in a million years. I mean, if you've been here, you probably have, but welcome back. SIDNEV gets the J-tuck to set up the Vits or to Vits. Is that a verb? And fills in the Vits, brings us all down, Tetris, all that. No, you've not been here. Tetris is bad. Got it. It is. 444 for SIDNEV, 387 for NEK0. Oh, there wasn't a cozy Vitz? Oh. Tetris NEK0, 433, 468 for SIDNEV. This little mini slowdown might allow NEK0 to bring this match a little, or this game a little closer. And piece is not great for SIDNEV relative to her board right now, so she's going to kind of gum up that right side. Still, though, pretty good pace through 100 lines, and NEK0 now with a Tetris into the lead. He's also ahead by 9 lines. I think he's been playing higher on average than SIDNEV, so he's got more, gone through more pieces. Oh, thanks, Zeno. Appreciate that. Tetris for NEK0, 548, 509 for SIDNEV. Both players now clean. They've extricated themselves from their situations. And just in time, too, because the speed is about to increase at 130 lines. Level 19 will kick in. NEK0, the first one into 19 at 595. SIDNEV Tetris 578. And SIDNEV will transition into 19 with a 600K. There's more 600K transitions than you can handle. $670 NEK0, $632 for SIDNEV. Tetris SIDNEV 658. Another one for both. It's about a 67,000 point lead for NEK0 right now. Tetris is on 22, worth 27,600. $809 Tetris NEK0. There's one SIDNEV and another one 793. So they're one line apart, and NEK0 with about a 16,000 point lead. So it's pretty tight. All right. Tuck setups over on that right side for SIDNEV. And having a down stack that kind of tough to deal with. Nothing you can really easily have tucked in there, really. So just gonna have to get to work bringing this board down. And that board's starting to climb for SIDNEV. Gets a triple. Gonna open up the middle. Another triple. This board coming down. 995 for NEK0, 908 for SIDNEV. Tetris NEK0, he's got the max out and more at A63. Tetris NEK0, A98. Now in about 13 to 15 lines, the speed is going to increase again at level 29 at 230 lines. The speed is going to double. Then the players will have 100 more lines of that speed before the super kill screen kicks in at level 39. SIDNEV's board clean, 974. B72 for NEK0. He's ahead by 200,000 points. Same line count. NEK0 is in fairly high into 29, but a clean, manageable board. He's bringing it down. He's getting set up for a Tetris and gets it. C29 for NEK0. SIDNEV is into 29. She's at 991. That T is going to help out a lot. Good placements here. Uncovers the right side. Long bar in. Tetris, SIDNEV. SIDNEV set up. Long bar, Tetris, A80. NEK0 waiting out a bar here. Doesn't have burn, so needs to... Oh, no, that left side is going to be a problem. And that's going to be a top out for NEK0 at C91. Tetris for SIDNEV. The chase down is C92. C92 is the chase down target for SIDNEV. She gets it. She'll tie this match up. There's a triple. Now she's got 50 lines to go. Tetrises on level 34 are worth 42,000. So you can see she's basically 2 Tetrises and change away. Does not have to get it all by way of Tetris. Can take a lot of singles and doubles on the way there. Now 35 triples, by the way, are worth 10,800 points. So you can see just really triples, like 2 triples away, really. And yeah, she can continue to just single and double this out, and one more line clear should do it, and that is it. SIDNEV has tied up this match, a game apiece. So good chase down for SIDNEV. Kind of a rough middle of that game where, you know, she had some kind of awkward right side, like sort of tuck setups, and really didn't quite get the right pieces. And the board just kind of, you know, just kind of grew, just swelled from there upwards, and she's able to bring it down, able to chase this down with plenty of time. Line out chase down is so nerve-wracking, for real. I mean, it's almost easier to like Tetris out, a lot of players think, but okay. We're tied. New pieces, players, 5, 7, 9, 6, B6. 5, 7, 9, 6, B6. Brandon says you two are killing it. Yeah, you don't need. Oh my God, Suds, you are. How dare you? All right. Anyway, 5796 B6. 5796 B6. That's right, Pollo. 5796 B6. Good. All right, Pollo said it best. What was once a best of blah, blah, blah. Good luck. Indeed. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Okay. The IJTZSI. Oh, rip. Still looking for that, rainbow start, the golden opening, the perfect start, whatever it is. I mean, has one happened this month and we just missed it? That's what I'm wondering about. Has it actually happened? Because right now we've had about 60, nearly 60 matches. Say an average of 4 games per match. I mean, come on. All right, intentional T-spin setup there for SIDNEV, but going to kind of miss with that L piece. But that's fine. He's getting it taken care of. No drama here on 1872,000 for SIDNEV. Long bar over Tetris NEK0. There's one for SIDNEV. These players have played, as far as I can tell, only one match against each other. They've never played in CTM. I mean, SIDNEV's CTM Masters win came in August, and NEK0 really just started making it into the Masters event that very same month. And SIDNEV kind of, took some time off, didn't necessarily play every month or even most months. So they've not played in CTM, but they have played in CTL. Back in 2024, season 26, whatever that means. And SIDNEV took that game 3-1. I don't think that was a playoffs game, though. 258 SIDNEV, 239 NEK0. 190 bits from Brandon, and then 10 bits from Brandon. So 200 total bits from Brandon. Sorry I missed those earlier, but thank you. $287 NEK0, $327 SIDNEV. And SIDNEV with a little S spire there, so she's kind of Galumba stacking around it. And a skimming at Tetris for SIDNEV, 373, 315 for NEK0. SIDNEV still in the lead. Lines are tied at 79, 376 to 338. What is Galumba stacking? It's like basically having a high spire with a lot of tuck setups, and then you just kind of build up around the spire with tucks. It was Galumba. He was a player back in the day. You see him pop up once in a while. He's kind of the first player to really play that, at least that I noticed. Galumba won most creative stacker award a lot in CTL. That's I seem to remember that. I mean, that's probably back when I was playing CTL. 537, when it was like allowed bad players like me. 537 SIDNEV, 497 NEK0. Vandy, you could just make up words and stories and everyone would believe you. That's probably true. All right, NEK0 with the Tetris. There's one SIDNEV. 606 for SIDNEV. And NEK0 here. 566. Long bar over Tetris. Oh, NEK0 with the Crookshank maneuver. What, you guys don't remember Crookshank? Well, Crookshank in 2017 was a Tetris player who had 11 fingers and was able to do some crazy things as a result. Remember that? You don't remember the Crookshank maneuver? 676 into 19 for SIDNEV. This is a huge pace. NEK0 with a 635 into 19. That is a huge pace. Am I just making stuff up? No, you don't remember the Crookshank maneuver? Guys, you guys don't go far back enough. Okay, Tetris NEK0, 694. SIDNEV up a little higher on the board, gets a triple, and then opens up, gets a Tetris. 744 SIDNEV. It took Scooty 8 months to learn the Crookshank maneuver. Yeah, it's not easy, but back then you needed 11 fingers to do it, but now like 10 will do. All right, Tetris SIDNEV after uncovering. There's a triple 809. NEK0's board getting up a little bit high here. Long bar down, Tetris 758. Another Tetris 785. Oh, NEK0 gonna miss with that L piece. That's gonna slow him down a little. I don't know, this board now getting kind of concerning. Still low enough to be dealt with. Crookshank has gifted a pint glass to the chat. So Crookshank is back, guys, gifting stuff to chat. Oh my God, welcome back, Crookshank. So exclamation point join, guys. Thank you so much, Crookshank. Max out for SIDNEV, A13, Tetris NEK0, 937. So just under an 80,000 point lead for SIDNEV. Set up in column 9. And there's the bar in. Just going to take that double just to bring that well back over to column 10. Max out for NEK0, A05. SIDNEV at A54. Exclamation point join, guys, if you want to get in on the pint glass. Okay, we're into 29. NEK0 at B49. SIDNEV at B33. SIDNEV transitioned pretty high here, and this is not going to be survivable. So NEK0 is going to take game number 3 and go up 2 games to 1. Maybe NEK0 is really onto something with that Crookshank maneuver. Oh my word. Yeah, guys, SIDNEV, it's SIDNEV's console. It's not the capture. It's not the TV. It doesn't matter what the TV would do, right? It's captured pre-TV, so it would not be the TV. It's the NES. But yeah, Primer. I think you should have like a. I think you should get like a filter so people can play like with analog. You know, different piece and game board filters. You can play with like analog resolution. 8-Bit Lord 64 won the giveaway of the pint glass from Crookshank. Thank you so much, Crookshank. Your impact on the sport of classic Tetris cannot be understated and will never be forgotten. All right, new pieces, players. 9D7C46. I don't know in Masters. I think there's a couple players hanging around. Not Somalian. I think there's a couple. I think who is it? There's a player from Cabo Verde. I don't remember who that is. But I know I've seen that flag before. But not in Masters. I think there's one other player. All right, 9D7C46. I love how you say the name and there's an account made and a glass gifted in less than 10 minutes. I know. I got to make up more names. All right, 9D7C46. All right, both players are ready. It's game number 4. NEK0 up 2-1. SIDNEV needs to win to stay in. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Don't you remember Kipchoge? I do remember Kipchoge. Yeah, the 6-finger roller. Mossy? Oh, like Don Mossy from the pitcher from the 60s? He's not an attractive man. Yeah, you want to see some baseball cards. Look up the guy. His name's Don Mossy, DonMossI, and look up. He's got some of the least appealing looking baseball cards. I'm sure in real life he was he's a beautiful man, but not didn't look good on baseball cards anyway. Okay, NEK0 is up 2-1 in this match. 118 for him, 137 for SIDNEV. Oh, the Billy Ripken card with the phrase on the end of the bat, of course. Every kid wanted that. In America, of course. Non-Americans, they don't know what that is. Okay, Tetris SIDNEV 208, 149 NEK0. Can't believe Vandy would make up all these fake players like Crookshank and Golumba. All right, you caught me. They're both fake. You're right. Okay, the Vits filled in for NEK0 197. Long bar in. Tetris 220, 277 for SIDNEV. Jans Vendelar says, Vandy is baseball like American football, where the sport is played with neither bases or balls. No, it's got both, as advertised. Okay, 233 for NEK0. In a dig here near the top of the stack. This is very delicate. Bringing it down row by row. He's getting pieces over. He's open on the right side. He has to close, but he's brought it down a couple of rows. And he just needs a long bar when the well open, and he gets one. And another one. So NEK0 getting out of that mess. Gets a couple of long bars for Tetris. Is 288 for NEK0. 386 for SIDNEV. So SIDNEV with about a 100,000 point lead. Oh, Dan V and Zoltan hanging out over on YouTube chat. Two goats. Mr. Barrow's over there. Keeping everything on lockdown. 360 for NEK0, 438. Now 461 for SIDNEV. You'll never forget finding a baseball card of Danny Cox. Yeah, I played for the Cardinals, right? I can picture multiple baseball cards. I can picture the 87 tops, the 88 tops, I believe, right in my mind. Like, all those cards are indelibly imprinted on my mind, like pretty much the entire set. $373 NEK0 uncovers, gets a long bar over Tetris. $397 NEK0. Yeah, this is all right. NEK0 up pretty high here on 19, trying to bring this down. SIDNEV with not a perfect board here, but certainly dealable with. NEK0 bringing this down. Tetris SIDNEV 569. Long bar in Tetris. NEK0 463. 130,000 point lead for SIDNEV on level 20. Okay, Tetris NEK0 529, 676 for SIDNEV. Tetris NEK0 559, nice long bar flat burn. Tetris SIDNEV 733. 170,000 point lead. Long bar in NEK0. All right, SIDNEV hasn't opened well for a Tetris, but continues to put, or has to put, stuff over on that hole in column 2. But now she's actually set up for a Tetris over there after clearing it away. And gets that column 2 Tetris. 686 for NEK0. All right, NEK0's got to clean this board up. There's a triple, there's a double. There's a single. Tetris NEK0 742. SIDNEV kind of still hanging out over there on the left side with a well. Maybe a little overshift of that L piece here. It's going to allow NEK0 to sort of crawl back into this game. $20 contribution to the prize pool from Junior. Thank you, Junior. Appreciate that. NEK0 is drilled back down to the bottom of the board as we approach level 29. SIDNEV could use a bar. Gets a bar for a dirty Tetris. Could use another bar just to bring that left side down as 29 approaches. There's a bar in for NEK0 888. He's trying to bring this down. Long bar over Tetris. NEK0 927. SIDNEV is in 917. Board not clean, but there's a path out of this. And NEK0 is now in the lead. He's on level 30. SIDNEV's board now clean, able to bring this down. NEK0's board climbing. Long bar over Tetris. NEK0 983. SIDNEV's board climbing here. Long bar in. Tetris 980. NEK0 trying to fight this board down. Good double. But that left side needs a bar. That not? Oh, and he can't do anything. It's going to top out at 989. And SIDNEV is good in game number 4. And we have another decider. So SIDNEV was in the process of topping out, but is good by just 7,000 points. And you can see the relief washing over the steely countenance of SIDNEV. And players, you may take a moment when you give SIDNEV the points. I love Poyo asking me all these questions like I know the answers to anything. Oh, has there ever had an African player? Is this SIDNEV's defense run? Like, I don't know anything. I don't remember anything. Oh my goodness. I don't have any answers there, Poyo. I live in the moment. I don't know anything. Okay. All right, when the players are just about ready, I will flop them. They can warm up, whatever they got to do. Kind of warm in this house. Give me. I'm going to turn on the AC. I'll be right back. I'll plop the pieces in the chat, and I'll go fix the AC. Okay. Okay, looks like both players are ready. I'm already shaking, let me tell you. I mean, this is absolutely nuts. FA8936, both players are on seed. Both players have signaled that they are ready. This is it. It's a decider. Where's my decider? Oh my God, it's almost too serious a moment to put that on the screen, but SIDNEV and NEK0. One of these players will be moving on to the finals as a result of the next single solitary game of NES Tetris. Let's go ahead and get them started in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. All right, they are on the same seed, so that is a thing. Now, this is SIDNEV's third foray into the semifinals of Mega Masters. SIDNEV made the top 4 in our inaugural Mega Masters. That's when it was a whopping 32 players, guys. Oh my God, we doubled the tournament. What the heck, so huge. But SIDNEV made it into the top 4, went out against Dog. SIDNEV made it in again in 2023. Ended up going out against Tommy. And now she's 1 win away in her third attempt here in the semifinals from getting into the finals. This is NEK0's deepest ever run in a Masters or Mega Masters event. He did play in Mega Masters last year, and I believe went out in either round 0 or round 1. Or was there a round 0? Whatever the first round was. Obviously a huge increase in the performance here for NEK0. First time in the semis of any Masters or Mega Masters event. And a game away from going to the finals. So huge performances from these players. Obviously, I mean, this could easily be a Mega Masters or a Masters finals on its own. Two of the top players in the game, right where you would expect them to be in these semis. 218 for SIDNEV, 154 for NEK0. All right, NEK0 finally going to open up that right side. And a skimming of Tetris for NEK0, 184, 265 for SIDNEV. All right, Tetrises are in. 288 SIDNEV, 209 NEK0. NEK0's got a gap over there on the right side, so he's trying to keep this well open, but he's going to end up having a pile more over there. Long bar gets over Tetris for NEK0, 235. SIDNEV up by about 100,000 points here early on in game number 5. Dirty Tetris NEK0, 290. There's a normal, regular old Tetris for SIDNEV. Another dirty for NEK0, 313. All right, long bar over SIDNEV. Just going to uncover that gap over there in column 4. Has an open well again. Long bar in Tetris SIDNEV, 457. All right, NEK0's board kind of, I don't know, kind of a divided board here. He's got a well open there in column 3. It's good only for a triple. All right, the long bar in there is going to help. The long bar now, that's set up now for a, I think that was still a Tetris now, right? So 350 NEK0, 528 for SIDNEV. NEK0 is a player who will warm up on invisible Tetris. But man, this game hard enough even when you can see the pieces. There's a dirty for NEK0, 378, 574 for SIDNEV. NEK0 is into 19 at 382. Tetris for SIDNEV into 19 at 620. Long bar over Tetris and NEK0, 414. There's a triple to open up the right. She's going to build up. Long bar in Tetris SIDNEV, 656. He's ahead by about 240,000 points. That is a significant number of points. NEK0 needs to find a bar for that right side. All right. Oh, he's going to use the long bar for the middle to clean the stack up and then take the Tetris. See, me, I would have just bailed. Like, oh my God, I got the Tetris I need. I'll worry about the stack later. That's why NEK0 is a pro. 459 for him. 737 for SIDNEV. Long bar in Tetris NEK0. Poyo says no regard for human life with that long bar. I mean, for real. You know, it's probably the right thing to do. You know, you put that long bar in there, you can survive forever. You put that Tetris down, you might not. Feels good, you know, the relief of having that Tetris. But all right, SIDNEV encountering her first real slowdown here, 773 here on 23. NEK0 into 24 at 606. Tetris NEK0, 667. SIDNEV clean again. Set up again. And long bar in a Tetris into 25 at 846. NEK0 about to exit 25. He's at 729. 150,000 point lead for SIDNEV. 3 lines back. NEK0 into 26 at 762. Tetris NEK0, 794, 946 SIDNEV. NEK0 now into 27. Long bar in Tetris NEK0. Use that other long bar in column 9 just to decided to try to, you know, reclaim some efficiency there didn't want to take that triple. All right, opens up the right side, long bar, Tetris NEK0, 908, A53 for SIDNEV. Tetris NEK0, 944. Going to take that single into 29 at 946. SIDNEV just going to take an easy triple into 29 at B00. That's a 1.1 million. It's all going to come down to the next 100 lines. What these players can do with them. SIDNEV set up, gets it Tetris, column 9, B50 for her. That long bar to the left side does not get all the way for NEK0, and he's going to hang pieces on the left, and that is going to be it. NEK0 has topped out at A05. SIDNEV has taken game number 5 and will be moving on to the finals of Classic Tetris Monthly Mega Masters for 2025. And obviously, NEK0 going to be a little disappointed right there. Kind of a shaky game 5, but what a performance. What a run from NEK0 in a tournament that has already lost some amazing players and some players that he has beaten himself. NEK0 with his deepest run ever in a CTM event, and really could not come in a better month. Was really just one win away from making it into the finals. So a great performance from NEK0. But SIDNEV is going to be the one moving on to the finals to take on God knows who. We have no idea who it's going to be. There's like 4 people it could be. But SIDNEV will be in the finals of Mega Masters. And yeah, the storyline possibilities here are a thing. We're going to watch SIDNEV mulling this out. And there is a Tetris going for that rollover. Really just a strong tournament all the way for SIDNEV. Long bar in the rollover on 39. So putting the cap on this one. SIDNEV moving on, is thrilled. And by the way, is going to those finals. Where's our thing? Finalist, SIDNEV. And I totally did not just improvise the finalist slide because I forgot to do it and, you know, alter the and alter the top 8 slide. I totally did not just do that because I forgot. But that's all right. It looks fine. SIDNEV, another finals. So what a performance, what a tournament so far. Now, folks, in 2.5 hours, we will be starting. Well, here's where we're going to start. Let me report this. What a match. I mean, you know, obviously NEK0 disappointed. It was a shaky game, that last one. You could see it really from the beginning. This is high stakes Tetris, everybody. And but NEK0 deserves a lot of praise, and he just performed amazingly. His best ever performance in CTM. I'm sure NEK0 is going to win a CTM. If he keeps playing, he's going to win a monthly Masters. Guaranteed. Because he's really got the stuff to do it. I mean, you just run into SIDNEV in the semis. I mean, that easily could be a finals. Okay. Let's take a look at the situation. The situation is that 11 seed SIDNEV in the finals. And every one of these could really be a storyline. I mean, SV is someone that SIDNEV has had some run-ins with, like back-to-back finals at Austria Regionals. That was against SV. SIDNEV, of course, I mean, Fractal, of course, huge storyline there. I mean, those two players run into each other all the time, most famously in 2023 CTWC finals. Dog has been a frequent opponent for SIDNEV. Blue Scooty, of course, that was Blue Scooty was the opponent when SIDNEV won her first CTM. So a lot of storylines here. By the way, hey everybody, it's your old pal Van Dweller, host of Classic Tetris Monthly, and I'm asking you to do me a favor. If you like this video, hit thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like it, please subscribe and bang that notification bell. And follow us on Twitch at twitch.tv/monthlytetris. Thank you, and have a nice day. Yes, there will be a third place match, and that is not just for funsies. There will be a prize jump between 4th and 3rd place, so it is definitely, you know, worth playing. There are stakes there still to come. So NEK0, you will be playing a 3rd place match against whoever, you know, ends up in the semis, but not in the finals in the other half. So that will be a thing, and it will be worth playing. So more meaningful Tetris coming up for NEK0. Can't wait to see that. Yeah, I mean, NEK0 only really just started, you know, in Masters in August, and he's already made it to the semis of Mega Masters. It's such a great progression for him. So pretty amazing. All right, well, folks, the next this schedule slide is not correct. Okay, first of all right, that stuff happened. Okay, wait a minute. Hold on. Ready? We'll do that. We'll do a little bit of it. We're gonna do a little bit of dangling here. Let's see. That. And then Dog and SV will not be in this. Okay? They will not be there. It's just gonna be one match. Here, we'll do some live spreadsheet right here for all of you. There it is. Top 8, part 3. That's part 2, part 1. Part 2, part 1. There it is. When will we have 2v2 Tetris? Yeah, I mean, you can go to Tetris Wars to do that. You can go back to CTM October 2018 for that. Your palindrome, you had a palindrome, Jay? Where is your palindrome? Oh no, my palindrome. Vanny hasn't even seen it. I haven't seen it. I need a palindrome. So that is the upcoming stream, in addition to, of course, you know, what everybody's looking for, the ESWT BBWC Bears Worlds. Yeah, scheduling has been a real bitch this month. Okay. Well, we've got 2.5 hours to wait. Here's one thing you got to know, folks. The one thing you got to know is you got to schedule. You got to qualify for CTM. This is the last day of the month. If you haven't qualified, what are you waiting for? Do it. Do it. Go to go.ctm.gg. Does that usually happen? Yes. Just do it. Do it. Go there. DAS Masters and regular Masters. This is your last month to really tune up in a single elimination tournament before CTWC, right? CTWC in June. You play in May so that you can tune up, so that you can practice. Okay? You got to play. If you're going to CTWC, if you're going to play in gold or silver or whatever metallic things they have over there, you need to play next month to get ready, to prepare yourself. Okay? Playing on Nestors.org is great, but it's not the same. CTWC is in June. That's right. So get over there, ctm.gg, and qualify. All right, well, I am going to take the break. I was thinking, well, maybe I'd qualify or do something in between, but I need to go buy some water, and my car's not working right now, so I got to walk. You're going to win the dirt bracket. That's good. The lead bracket. Jack Kinetic with the Prime sub, thank you. Anyway, let's thank everybody who helped us out. First of all, let me wait till it refreshes here. Okay, new followers. Slimy, Slimzy Leader, Brandon, Mad Milkman, Swampson, JR, Speedy the Shadowmaster, Portos, Hello World, Twitch subs and resubs, Evesy, Blue Scooty, Abby Normal, Avis Live, Peter Lustig, Fancy Meme, Jack Kinetic. Some of those are gifts. Twitch bits from Brandon, 200. Thank you. Twitch raids, Michael, 6. Thank you to Crookshank for gifting the merch to the channel. Appreciate that, Crookshank. Great to have you back. Maybe you can teach us all your vaunted, storied maneuver there. It's great. And then what else are we doing here? Oh, also, thank you to those of you who contributed to the prize pool this stream. Oh, shoot. There's a palindrome. Guys, I missed it. Where's the palindrome? Here it is. Is that a palindrome? Thank you, Jay in the window, for the 4207 into the prize pool. That gets us up to 1515151. That is indeed palindromic. Thank you, Jay in the window, for that contribution, 4207, and your other contributions. Junior with the $20 contribution. Suds with the 4444 says 4444444. Serial number with the $5 contribution. Thank you. QPup Jesus, $20. Thank you so much. And also thanks, of course, to our, who are they? Patrons? There they are. Go away, software update. Double sticker community. Thank you. Mega Masters, Masters and Bracket sponsor Scott Gray, J in the window, K9 Tacky, Corporal Shelby, Troy Dan, Kim M, Rogue Potato, Cat Kit, McMonkey, Mila. Thank you very, very much. And yeah, all right, I'll see you in 2.5 hours. YouTube, you are dismissed. Have a beautiful 2 hours. See you back here for Blue Scooty versus Fractal. Prediction, somebody will pay that out. Bye, Alicia. Bye, Alicia.